Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal will shake the quiet corners of your heart." There are events happening around your son right now that are not visible to the human eye. Forces beyond Earth have gathered, forming a shield around him so strong that no harm can cross it. Even when storms seem to rise against his destiny, even when fear creeps into your soul late at night, know this: he is not walking alone. God Himself has assigned angels specifically for him, guardians that whisper protection over every step he takes. Archangel Michael says, "This is not something you imagined, this is a heavenly decree etched with fire and sealed with divine authority." Type Amen to get blessing 333. In unseen places, prayers you barely had strength to utter have built bridges for him to walk over troubled waters. Your son is not fighting unknown battles alone, the angels God appointed are armed and ready. Even when he looks fragile in the world's eyes, heaven sees him clothed in power. Today, as you breathe and wonder what comes next, heaven is laughing because victory is already his portion. You were never asked to carry this fear by yourself, it was always meant to be surrendered. Every heartbeat he carries is a note in a symphony heaven has already composed for his triumph. Type Amen to get blessing 747. There was a time when you thought your worries could stop destiny. But destiny has been stubbornly marching forward for your son. His future is not hanging by a thread, it is anchored by pillars built by the breath of God Himself. Those pillars do not crack under pressure, they shine brighter the more they are tested. Archangel Michael says, even if dark whispers of fear reach your ears, they are powerless against what has already been written over your son's life. Heaven's ink does not smudge, the favor marked upon him will not fade. The hands of divine messengers are lifting him higher even when the world around him seems unstable. Type Amen to get blessing 565. There are days ahead when you will see glimpses of the angels at work. Sudden moments of unexpected favor, unexplained doors opening, people showing up at the perfect time. These are not coincidences. They are signatures of angelic intervention crafted with precise timing. Your son was never meant to blend in with the ordinary, his name was whispered in heaven's throne room long before he breathed his first earthly breath. Every step he takes now is a fulfillment of ancient prayers spoken over your bloodline generations ago. Type Amen to get blessing 101. There were moments where the enemy tried to plant seeds of doubt around his life. Quiet battles fought in secret, where shadows tried to creep into his path and make him stumble, but those seeds never took root because the angel stationed by him uprooted every hidden trap before it could bloom. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice even when your heart wants to tremble, for trembling has no power in the face of truth. What God has marked, no hand of man or scheme of darkness can erase." Your son's light was fashioned to outlast every season of darkness that tries to approach. Type Amen to get blessing 919. There is a roar building in the spirit realm around him now. Not of destruction, but of a mighty breakthrough that will shatter every limitation placed on his journey. When you look at him and see a simple smile or a quiet struggle, remember, the angels see a general rising in the spirit. He is not just your child, he is a chosen vessel meant to carry something powerful for the world. God's fingerprints are all over his future, pressed deep into every choice he will make. Heaven has declared it, and earth will soon have no choice but to witness it. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Some doors will close before he even gets near them, not because he failed, but because God is steering him away from hidden dangers. Trust those closed doors, for they are blessings in disguise wrapped in temporary disappointment. Where you see loss, heaven sees redirection. Archangel Michael says, there is coming a season where everything hidden in darkness against your son will be exposed. No hidden enemy will prevail, no whispered lie will stick. The covering over him is too strong, too holy, too final for anything to uproot. Type Amen to get blessing 454. You have felt at times that your prayers were too weak or that your words didn't reach heaven's gates, but your whispers shook heaven because they were spoken with a love that only a parent can know. Heaven did not just hear, heaven moved. The tears you cried alone in silent moments were gathered by the angels assigned to your son. Every tear became a sword placed in their hands, fighting battles for him you'll never have to see. Your son's journey is being fought for, protected by a fortress of light no darkness can penetrate. Type Amen to get blessing 888. In the days ahead, watch for strange favor appearing around him. People he doesn't even know will be drawn to bless him. Opportunities will fall into his lap that seem humanly impossible, because they are divinely orchestrated. The angels are not just protecting him, they are preparing him. Every setback will teach him strength, every delay will teach him faith. God is not only preserving him, he is preparing him for greatness beyond your imagination. Type Amen to get blessing 223. There are places your son will walk into where danger was supposed to meet him, but it will flee instead. Not because of who he is naturally, but because of the unseen army walking with him. The very air around him is charged with heaven's fire. Archangel Michael says, even when fear knocks at your door in the dead of night, do not open it. Replace it with faith, wrap it with prayer, and remind yourself that your son is wrapped in heaven's might. The more fear tries to rise, the stronger his destiny becomes. Type Amen to get blessing 676. There are many eyes watching your son, not all with kindness, but none will be able to stop the overflow coming to him. Jealousy, envy, malice, they are like paper before the fire of God's plans. Let them plot, let them whisper, it will all fall like ash to the ground. Those who wished for his downfall will end up witnessing his rise. They will have no choice but to acknowledge that a hand greater than any human touched his life. Their hearts will fail with confusion as favor covers your son like a flood. Type Amen to get blessing 300. Hidden talents will begin to emerge from him as heaven breathes fresh wind upon his gifts. Skills he didn't know he had will suddenly blossom like a garden after heavy rain. What seems natural to others will be supernatural in him. People will try to understand it, some will try to copy it, but none will be able to duplicate what God Himself planted. This uniqueness will set your son apart, even among crowds that once overlooked him. A divine spotlight will follow him wherever he goes. Type Amen to get blessing 123. He will not live a life of ordinary struggles and hidden mediocrity. His spirit was not designed for the shadows, it was made for mountains. Heaven's plan demands visibility, favor, and authority resting upon him at appointed times. Archangel Michael says, his destiny has timelines assigned by God that no delay or detour can destroy. When you feel like things are slow or stuck, remember, even a seed buried underground is growing. His roots are deepening for the greatness about to bloom. Type Amen to get blessing 999. He will walk into places others only dream of reaching. He will sit at tables others were denied entrance to. Not by force, but by the quiet force of favor that speaks louder than ambition ever could. There are scrolls in heaven that have his name written across victories you have yet to witness. Your heart will swell with tears of joy as you see it unfold. Every pain you endured for him will be swallowed by the harvest of promise you will soon touch. Type Amen to get blessing 612. Fear will whisper that it's too late, but heaven roars louder that it's just getting started. Every year the enemy tried to steal from his life will be repaid sevenfold. Restoration is not a distant hope, it is racing toward him like a flood. Archangel Michael says, Heaven's command is clear, no weapon formed against him shall stand. No curse, no gossip, no attack will find its mark. He is hidden in the cleft of the rock, and the rock cannot be moved. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Some moments will come when your son himself doubts. Moments when the road looks barren, when hope feels thin. But even in those moments, heaven will flood his path with signs so undeniable he will not be able to turn back. The angels will send encouragement wrapped in human voices, in unexpected gifts, in miraculous escapes. They will not let him fall into despair, they are too faithful to the one who assigned them. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Even the dreams he carries that seem impossible are echoes of heaven's plans. He dreams big because God planted those dreams himself. No earthly opinion can erase seeds God watered with his own promises. Every limitation others spoke over him will dissolve like mist at sunrise. His life will defy expectations, disrupt patterns, and destroy generational chains. Freedom will follow him like a mantle wherever he walks. Type Amen to get blessing 424. You have cried silently, wondering if you did enough, but heaven smiles because you did exactly what was needed, you loved him into his calling. Love was always the loudest language heaven needed to respond. Archangel Michael says, God's hand is over your son with such tenderness and power that even the fiercest storms will only make him stronger. What broke others will build him. What trapped others will train him. Type Amen to get blessing 686. Even when he stumbles, it will only push him further into his destiny. Each fall will teach him how to rise quicker, stronger, and wiser. Heaven wastes nothing when it comes to your son's future. There will be seasons where others try to take credit for his growth. Let them speak, let them boast. Heaven already knows whose hand was truly behind it. The fingerprints of God cannot be forged by human pride. Type Amen to get blessing 411. In a world that tries to define people by their failures, your son will be known for his comebacks. His story will be marked not by how many times he fell, but by how many times he rose with even greater light. He was born to be a sign of divine resilience. Archangel Michael says, unseen victories are happening even now while you read these words. Battles you never knew he faced have already been won by angels fighting on his behalf. Every battle lost in the past is now soil for the greatest blooms of victory. Type Amen to get blessing 700. The enemy has tried to whisper lies into your son's ears, hoping to silence his voice. But heaven has placed a louder truth inside him that no darkness can mute. His words will carry weight and healing in ways that will astonish those around him. Doors that others knocked on in vain will swing wide open for him without struggle. Invitations will come from places you never imagined. His life will become a testimony of how favor breaks barriers without explanation. Type Amen to get blessing 515. There will be moments when favor falls so thick over him that it almost feels overwhelming. Opportunities will stack higher than obstacles. The very air he breathes will seem to change as heaven tilts circumstances in his favor. Your son's future is not just bright, it's blinding to every force that ever tried to dim it. His path has been lit by the hands of angels holding torches. No valley will be deep enough, no mountain high enough to block his destined light. Type Amen to get blessing 232. The people who once overlooked him will wish they had seen his worth sooner, but by then, it will be too late for them to claim any part of his triumph. His victory will be heaven's alone to boast about. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice and stand firm, for you are about to witness miracles wrapped in flesh and blood." You will see the hand of God so visibly on your son's life that even the skeptics will be silenced. Their words will fall like dust, powerless before the favor he carries. Type Amen to get blessing 345. The roads he thought were closed will suddenly open. New paths will emerge that no one else has walked before him. He was designed for originality, not imitation, and heaven will make sure the world sees it. Fear may knock, but courage will answer, doubt may rise, but faith will crush it underfoot. Every day will carry hidden proofs that he is being carried by unseen hands toward his appointed throne. Type Amen to get blessing 600. The weight of destiny may feel heavy on some days, but strength will rise to meet it. Angels are already assigned to lift him when his knees feel weak. They are not visitors, they are permanent protectors, unwavering until their mission is complete. There is laughter stored up in heaven just for your family's coming celebrations. Your son will walk into moments so beautiful, so precise, that you'll know they could only have been orchestrated by divine design. Nothing about his future is random. Type Amen to get blessing 100. Some betrayals he faces will seem cruel, but they are actually hidden redirections. God will use even betrayal to close doors that needed to be closed. Those who abandon him will only make room for those heaven has appointed to lift him. Archangel Michael says, "Rejoice even when people exit his life without warning." Every departure is a blessing in disguise. Only the right ones will remain to build what God has prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 990. You may not see the full picture now, but you are raising a giant in spirit. A giant who will not bow to the world systems, but who will carry heaven's banner across fields no one else dared to enter. His name will be remembered not for what he achieved, but for what he carried. When enemies try to slander him, heaven's wind will blow their words away like ashes. When obstacles rise, they will crumble before his anointed steps. The oil of favor poured over him cannot be wiped away. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Hidden inside his heart are treasures even he doesn't know about yet. God has tucked away gifts, talents, and strengths that will emerge exactly when they are needed. Every new chapter will unlock a new revelation. He will be a surprise to himself and to everyone watching. Just when they think they've seen his limits, he will break through into new dimensions of growth. He is limitless because his Creator is limitless. Type Amen to get blessing 858. There are leaders being prepared to meet him and help him climb higher. Divine connections are forming even as you read this. God is orchestrating meetings that will align perfectly with His purpose. Archangel Michael says, never doubt the divine engineering behind his journey. Every setback was a setup. Every disappointment was an appointment for something better. Type Amen to get blessing 119. When the day comes that He stands in places you prayed for but never dared to dream, remember this moment. Remember that heaven heard you. Remember that your son's journey was never left to chance. He was never just surviving, he was always being sculpted. Sculpted into something rare, beautiful, and eternally significant. His victories will echo into generations you'll never meet. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Your family line will shift because of him. What plagued previous generations will bow before the authority placed on his life. He is not a continuation of. There are territories your son will step into that others never dared to approach. He will not walk with fear but with a confidence lit by divine fire. Where others see impossibility, he will see invitation. The angels surrounding him are not casual protectors, they are warriors forged in heaven's fiercest battlegrounds. They are swift to defend and quick to advance. Nothing hidden in darkness will escape their notice. Type Amen to get blessing 411. Every accusation hurled against your son will crumble before it even reaches him. The voices that try to frame him will find themselves silenced by their own lies. Divine justice will walk before him like a roaring lion. Archangel Michael says, your son's steps are ordered by a commander higher than any human throne. His shoes are dipped in oil of purpose. Even if the world misunderstands him, heaven has already understood and endorsed him. Type Amen to get blessing 777. His identity is not in question in heaven's courts. He is a king in the making, a leader sculpted by unseen hands. His DNA carries spiritual authority that the world is not ready to understand. There will be battles, yes, but none will break him. Every fight will forge a greater strength. Every tear he cries will become a river that waters a harvest of unshakable blessings. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Do not fear when storms rise. Storms are merely platforms for his wings to stretch. Your son is destined not just to endure storms, but to ride above them. He is being trained for heights others cannot handle. There are crowns hidden in his future, crowns of responsibility, crowns of leadership, crowns of breakthrough. Heaven's treasury has already assigned them by name. They are waiting at the appointed time. Type Amen to get blessing 585. He is not running toward defeat, he is marching toward victory. His pace may sometimes feel slow to earthly eyes. But it is synchronized perfectly with heaven's rhythm. God wastes no step and no second. Archangel Michael says, the delay you sometimes feel is not denial, it is divine choreography. Pieces are being aligned far beyond what your eyes can see. When the fullness comes, it will come suddenly and overwhelmingly. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Some nights he may wrestle with doubt, but angels will strengthen him like they strengthened warriors of old. They will whisper courage into his spirit when the weight feels unbearable. He will never be alone in the fight. You will watch moments when divine strength overtakes him. Strength that doesn't come from training or experience, but straight from the throne of God. It will surprise even him. Type Amen to get blessing 929. The voices of discouragement may surround him, but the voice of destiny will roar louder. Every word spoken over him by heaven is anchored deeper than the shallow opinions of man. No voice can override the voice of God. Doors will open at the right time, not too soon, not too late. Every timing will be surgical, precise, magnificent. Your son's path is being built by the master architect. Type Amen to get blessing 474. When weariness threatens, fresh winds will carry him. When betrayal stings, divine comfort will catch him. When resources seem low, provision will pour from unexpected places. You have not seen the full extent of heaven's loyalty yet. It is endless, boundless, tireless on behalf of your son. He is not just protected, he is passionately defended. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There are scrolls being unrolled right now, plans written before he ever entered this world, plans that include blessings, breakthroughs, and divine surprises. Plans sealed with heaven's signature. Archangel Michael says, there is a trumpet in heaven that sounds every time your son steps closer to his purpose. Heaven celebrates his smallest victory as if it were a mountain conquered. Every small obedience is celebrated like a grand parade. Type Amen to get blessing 222. People may misread his gentleness as weakness. But heaven knows better. His gentleness hides a fire forged in the throne room of the Almighty. He is gentle by heart but a giant in spirit. Do not mourn the seasons of hiddenness, they are not punishments, they are sacred. In hiddenness, he is growing roots too deep for storms to rip apart. Type Amen to get blessing 646. When he steps out, he will not need to force attention. His spirit will naturally command rooms because of the authority heaven wrapped around him. This is not charisma. It is calling. There is a fragrance on his life that the spiritually sensitive already smell. A scent of coming greatness, of unstoppable promise. Those who are wise will recognize it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Every loss you thought was permanent will turn into a harvest multiplied. Nothing heaven guards is ever truly lost. It is only stored for a season until the perfect unveiling. There are inheritances coming that you never expected, financial, spiritual, relational. Heaven is orchestrating recoveries and promotions. Your son is heir to blessings both ancient and new.